How you doing, John?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I can see stars too. I look right in the camera there, and I can see it on my belly button.
What's he looking at? My ear? Are you looking in my ear? You see?
Oh my God. Oh, you know what I'm looking at?
Garden. Well, I come to the family reunion because if you don't show up, they talk about you. So I want to make sure that they don't talk about me. Of course, if they talk about me, they leave somebody else alone.
I wouldn't miss it for the world. I have to have one foot in the grave and the other one on a banana peel to miss it.
This July 2nd, year 2000, my first interview. I'm a little nervous, as obvious. But you know what? I'll be back next year with a vengeance. Thank you.
Okay, don't go far.
Oh, no, I'm done.
You're wired. You're wired.
Oh, like that time you got...
Can you hear me?
Ask Darlene, she'll know that.
If you build it, it will come.
Hello. Anybody hear me? Dodo. You're the baddest, Daddy. You're the baddest, Dad.
By the way, another thing I enjoy coming up here for, so you all can make fun of my boyfriends when they come up. I know it's difficult for you all to get their names straight. That is one of the fun parts.
It has been easy making fun of them.
Yes, yes. They fit right in.
When you're here, you can congregate with different groups, you can move around, and if you get uncomfortable with one group, you can go find another one and enjoy them, or stay away from the water, or stay away from the pond, whatever it is you have to do to stay safe.
You've had some experiences in that
I have
pond,
had
haven't
some
you?
experiences in that pond, and I can't say that they've all been positive. It's been very, very interesting, but last year was a kind of a muddy, hot dunk.
Melanie! Melanie! Swimming in the lake. And the joyous ride on the way home to Cincinnati. After she took a dip in the lake, yes.
We do remember that one.
Yes. What else? I think I remember Darlene making a trip to the emergency room here because she overdid herself in a volleyball game. Is that correct? Yes.
I remember her almost having to go to the emergency room a couple of years ago when Missy didn't show up on time.
I remember that as well. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, I remember my mom when Holly was a baby out here at a family reunion, giving her beer.
She gave your Holly beer or our Holly?
Was it your Holly?
She gave our Holly beer. We
Did
had
she?
our tape.
Oh, yeah.
She was pushing beer to every holiday.
Yeah, I think it was every Holly, yes.
Yeah, we have her on tape doing that.
And I think it was into the days of wine and roses, if I remember correctly. Yes, yes, yes.
I got the T-shirt. You sure spared no expense this year. And knob, you've been spelling that wrong for all of these years. Haven't you ever heard of Nob Hill? Ha! Here I am. You thought you could lose me. I don't know why I got that idea that you didn't want me there, Linda and Vic. Maybe it had something to do with the invitation that said, same place, same date. And so I'm knocking on the windows on July 4th, and I hear people scurrying around inside, and Vic's kind of big, and, you know, he was making like Santa Claus. Vic gets confused sometimes. Anyway, that gave me the idea that you probably wanted me to be here. And after spending hours and hours with this family on video, I don't know that I could stand it. So here I am, but there I am, and my there won't be talking after this video's over. So Jerry, are you applauding, Jerry? Well, and there are people I'm going to miss, but Jerry? Okay. Anyway, the point of my sitting here is really to kind of get us into the whole family thing more than we have already. And that's going to be courtesy of the two survivors of Generation, Houston and Ann. Now, they were 2 of 8. Hazel was the lucky one. Hazel, it seemed like, sadly, passed away just before her 4th birthday in 1924. But she did not, therefore, have to put up with, you know, what you're all putting up with. Anyway, the one with the Ann is got a mind steel trap. Every bit of information about this family is trapped in there, and she's going to release a whole bunch of it. Pretty interesting even to a guy on the outside looking in. And it begins with the fact that this whole family gathering thing is really nothing that Elmer and Helen came up with or should get credit for. Certainly not Linda and Vic. I mean, this is in the family DNA real deep. I mean, even before Richard Payne and Amy Ethel, Frankie and Johnny were hosting kind of mini family reunions just about every week. Listen to Ann.
Every Sunday almost. And not only us, but everybody, relatives from Maysville, they came out, and it was a great, fun family time.
That's really
Jean and Joyce and I, they were my 2 cousins. We'd climb trees and hang by our feet, and we really had a good time.
So that's great. So you had a really close extended family then, with all the cousins.
That's
and
right.
everyone would get together.
And then my grandmother would look out and see another car pulling in. She never knew who was coming. You didn't have telephones, so she'd see a car and she'd run out and catch a chicken and wring its head off.
Wring its head. Jerk it.
And put it in boiling water, you know, clean it. And there it was, fried for dinner.
What would everyone do? What would be like your typical day on this Sunday with all the family?
Oh, you mean up at my grandmother's? Oh, the older people played croquet. The fellas played croquet all day. They had a hammock swing, you know, between the 2 trees and the trees to climb. And we played out in the chicken house. Chicken house had poles across it, you know, that the chickens would roost on every night, and then we'd play out there in the daytime.
What would
Can you imagine that?
Did you hang upside
run
down?
up and down those poles, you know, they were on a. Oh, we'd run up and down. You know, you'd run up and down to see how good you were. Oh, we had a good time. My grandparents had money somehow. I don't know how they got it, but I mean, they had a big house and
100 acres.
You know, and they had slaves. In the family trees, they bought some of the slaves for $5. You know, you could buy a slave.
What did they do for a living, you know?
Well, I think one time his father, my grandfather's father, owned a little grocery store there down on the highway there in front of the house. Well, now, I mean, they weren't rich, but they were, you know, well-to-do. I mean, I don't think they ever wanted for anything. My grandfather played a fiddle. I can see him sitting in front of the fireplace now, fiddling.
Did Mammy play too?
No, but when he passed away, then Mother Jack wanted the fiddle. And then somebody wanted to have it appraised, and Jack never got the fiddle back. And it could have been Stradivarius, you know, that's what they thought. That whoever took it from Jack never bought it back.
How did you all get your names, starting at the list, and how did you get your nicknames? Because so many of you have nicknames. So like RP, Richard Payne, do you know where that came from?
Well, Richard was my father's name.
Yeah,
R.P.
just a junior. He
named
was a
after-
junior.
John Joseph, I don't know where that name came from, unless it came from Uncle Johnny.
I'm
mother's
sure it
brother.
was.
And then he was called Jack, and then Frances Louise.
She was named after my grandmother, Frankie. But she came out Frances. And Helen was named after the movie star Helen Hayes.
And then Leo Gordon.
Where did Leo ever come
I
from?
don't know.
No idea where Leo ever come from.
So we're going to get back to Gordon in a little while, but then Ann Douglas. Where did that?
I think probably I got my name from Ann and Laura. And the Douglas, they always said came from a friend, so who knows?
And then Houston Cliff.
And Houston was named, my brother R.P. had a girlfriend, and when we lived in Maysville, her last name was
Judy Cliff.
Judy Cliff. And he was born in Maysville, so mother named him Houston Cliff Thompson.
But how did he get the nickname Snooks?
The radio. Baby Snooks was on radio. There was no such thing as TV. And Baby Snooks was a very famous person, so my 3 older sisters didn't like my name Houston, so they called me Snooks.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Fanny Bryce as Baby Snooks.
Look, how would you like a milk white pony?
Can I milk it?
Whoever heard of such nonsense? You can't milk a pony.
Why?
Because you milk cows.
Buy me a cow.
About R.P.,
Mm-hmm.
he was born in 1915. He had an ulcerated stomach, and he got injured playing football at the age of 17. And he died in Spears Hospital over in Dayton. John Joseph was born in 1917. Frances Louise was born in 1918. Hazel was born in 1920. Helen, on her birth certificate, it said Helen Hayes.
That's right.
No, that was her name.
Helen Hayes.
Yeah, but it had something else on it. And then Gordon was born in 24. I was born in 26. And Snooks, we think he was born in 30.
Is he okay? Is he okay?
What do you remember of like personality traits of all your siblings? Like if you had to describe him in a couple of sentences, like Uncle Jack.
He was the boss, no matter what. He was bigger, so he's the boss.
And what was that story at the dinner table?
I didn't like peas. And because I was a baby, I could eat anything I wanted. And Mom let my brother Jack sit next to me, and he insisted I put a spoonful of peas in my mouth. And when he went back, they all talked around the table. We had a very, very evening meal because they all talked the whole time. And then he looked around and he says, "Here, take another spoonful." With that, I had opened my mouth. He said, "Open your mouth," and all the peas fell out. And he said, "Okay, smart guy." He said, "Now, do you want to eat these peas or do you want to go to bed?" And he said it was 90 degrees in Covington, which is a beautiful day in the summer. And so I got up and he said, "And you put on your pajamas, so there's no clowning around. You go to bed." And I did.
If it had been me, you know what I'd have done? I'd run out the back door. It took me a few times. I had to clean up the kitchen after dinner. I went out the back door.
Uncle Jack told you?
Yes.
Did he catch you?
No. He couldn't catch me.
Darlene had a question when we were talking back at her house last night. If you all remember, why did her dad become a pharmacist? Do you know? Do you know why he became a pharmacist?
He worked in a drugstore while he was going to school, but
At Hauser's, I guess maybe that was why he worked at Hauser's down there, 5th and Madison.
Was that a drugstore?
Drugstore. That's where he worked all through college. So,
Did any of your other siblings go to college?
Francis went to business school, and Gordon went to
Embalming school. That's it.
I went to reform school.
I went to, and Dad would drive.
And he chewed tobacco sometimes.
What?
He would chew tobacco, and he'd put the window down and spit it out, and it'd go on the back seat, and Francis would holler and scream, and
Gordon
Mother,
screamed.
make him quit. Make him put that. It was funny. And then Frances she got sick, car sick in the back seat, and she always got to ride in front. Well, Fanny had a little ego problem.
She did. Very.
But she was one of my favorites. She and I got along well, but she had definitely an ego problem. It was Frances or nothing, And
When she married Hampton, there was going to be a reception at our house. So
we had to go to the movie.
And she forced us to go to the movie. Mom gave us the money to go to the movie.
So we wouldn't be there at the house.
Because we wouldn't bother them. We were little younger
couldn't
kids.
Stand kids. When she got older, she couldn't stand kids. Sure.
Where was the house? Where were you living?
3929
on
Lincoln.
Avenue.
Very big house.
So she had the wedding, and you all were at the movies, and then you came home?
Yeah, we came home. We probably had to go in the back way, didn't we?
Probably.
Probably in the basement.
Remember, we took Betty Jo with us, her cousin. Yeah. Mom even gave us money for Betty Jo to go to the movie with us. And the movie was Gold is Where You Find It. Gold is Where You Find It.
Hampton was born in the same year as Frances, in 18.
There's never a day I iron the shirt that I don't think of Hampton, because when they lived next door to us at 2111 Eastern, he had to iron his own shirts, and he was going out the next morning on the job. And Fanny didn't do it. She would have him do it.
Pressed his pants every night, too, before he went to work the next morning. He was a real gentleman.
Yes, he was, very.
So what do you remember about Aunt Holly?
Oh, she was a nice gal. I mean, she was easy to get along with.
Everybody's. She was a cheerleader for 4 or 5 years.
Now, I know that my mom tells me that in World War II that she was dating somebody or maybe engaged to somebody.
Eddie Walters.
Died
on the Arizona.
Pearl Harbor. Was she engaged to him or?
Yes.
No, she wasn't engaged. But
with the ring, but she was engaged to say that they were going to be engaged to each other.
And Elmer asked Eddie if he could date Helen while Eddie was gone in the service.
Oh, is that right?
Eddie said yes. And
that was foolish on his
part. All right, so the next in line is Gordon. What do you all remember about Gordon?
I don't know. Gordon never did play with us out in the street, did he?
Not in the street, but he did preach.
Oh,
yeah, he was a preacher.
He preached.
He wanted to be a preacher, I think.
I sang.
Yes.
In the bathroom.
In our bathroom, and Gordon would get up on the toilet seat and preach and everything from the Bible.
And then he'd say, Sister Thompson, would you sing Just As I Am? And I'd get up.
Oh, and we had this on the outside. We did things outside too. His preaching, he made us all he was being older. He would tell us all, okay, everybody get right together here at the garage now. And he'd get up on top of us. He always made sure there was something. He stood up so he was higher.
Yes, he had to be.
And he would preach to us again outside there even.
Can we hear some courses of what you sang?
You'd rather not.
Yeah, I would.
But you still know the song.
But he said, Sister Thompson, would you sing?
But he became an embalmer instead of being a preacher. One time Gordon was embalming at this Radel Funeral Parlor in Newport. And there was a little cat that they always pet him. Everybody liked the little cat. He'd come around and they'd feed him and everything. Well, one night Gordon went down at 3 o'clock to embalm a body, and he made his cuts on each side to get rid of the blood out of the body, and he stepped back to see what a good job he did. And when he did, he stepped on the cat's tail. He didn't know the cat was in there, and stepped on his tail. Gordon screamed, and he threw his knife up at the same time, and it was a low ceiling, and he saw what he had done, and he had to jump back at the same time.
Gordon was a storyteller, though, wasn't he? Did he? I guess I remember him scaring me when I was a kid. I would bite my fingernails, and he said, you know, I just buried a little girl just your age, and she died because they found all these fingernails in her stomach. And I believed him. You know, here's this older guy, and I believed him, and I was scared to death.
I wanted to be an interior decorator.
That fits.
Oh, I wanted to play the piano in the worst way, but I never had a chance. So
you had a daughter that played the piano beautifully. An interior decorator.
Mother and Daddy bought Frances a piano when she was in her early teens. A beautiful upright piano. We lived on Lincoln Avenue. And she took lessons for a while, and then when we got old enough to bang on the piano, Frances couldn't stand that, so Daddy got rid of it. Traded it in on a dining room set. But she couldn't stand us kids. I can't stand it, you know. See, as I say, she had an ego problem.
Tell them how far you walked. Tell them how far you walked to school. I didn't have to, but tell them how far you had to walk from 3929 Lincoln.
Down to Holmes, it was quite a walk.
Every day.
But you loved it.
Every day.
There was always somebody walking with you, and you could walk on the track, and sometimes you jump on a flat car, you know, was going by that was slow. And
you would jump on a box?
Oh, yes.
To get to school?
The flat car.
The flat car.
We had a shortcut. You had to know.
You had to find something to do when you were young.
There was a shortcut up to the track. And if
Unbelievable.
a slow train would come by, you jump up on there, ride it, you know.
And then you jump off when it was time to get off.
Where was your first date with Uncle Speedy?
Who was?
Oh, we went to the Albee Theater to see Gene Krupa. Gene Krupa, yes.
Was it love at first sight, or you?
Yes, it was.
After the date, you thought, oh,
it was no, it was love at first sight. I had an engagement ring. I was engaged to another fellow, Jack Haynes. Yes.
That was one of her boys that lived around the corner from us.
Friend that I worked with at the bank, she said, I have a friend that I want you to meet. So
knowing you were engaged.
Yeah.
Do we know your friend at the bank or not?
Yeah, Betty Grazier, Betty Burkhart.
I thought Elaine.
She lived in New Richmond also, and she went to school with Ralph. And so one night with the four of us, or maybe six, Elaine, then I reintroduced Johnny Shower to Elaine. Elaine worked at the bank with us. And Johnny had been in the service with Ralph. So that's how we all got together.
Them.
So we had our first date in 46, and we got married in 47, November the 29th.
Drugstore was a block from us. Grocery was a block from us. The bar was a block from us.
My father drank beer. He liked beer. And many of the time he'd give you a dime and a pitcher and said, go give me a pitcher of beer, and we'd go.
But Dad, when he would send me, he would tell me I could have the foam when I came back. But well, men that drink beer, they don't like the foam; they like the beer. And so I started drinking beer at the age of 12 when I was sipping this foam off of there. Well, eventually, that's alcohol too.
That was good though, wasn't it?
That was good, but I shouldn't. At an early age, I really liked beer.
One time, Jean and her family came down to visit us when we lived on Lincoln Avenue, her mother and her father, and they were drinking beer, and Jean went in the bed. Jean drank too much, and she went in the bedroom and locked herself in, and they couldn't get her to come out of the bedroom. You know, she was drunk.
Jean?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be
When
darned.
she was a kid and wasn't supposed
Yes,
to be
she was.
drinking? Did you have chores to do, all of you? Were you given your own chores around the house?
No, mm-mm.
They do,
My
Mom.
mother was home one day. She never worked when we were growing up, so
She did
she
everything.
did everything.
She would make dinner, clean off the table,
Well, she
set
gave
it, do
first she'd
dishes.
start breakfast, and then by that time it was, if it was summertime, then it was lunchtime. By the time she got that cleaned up, it was time to fix dinner. You know.
She always had extra boxes of Kraft dinner in the closet, and she would put that out for me.
Are you like? Didn't you eat Jello on your bread?
Oh yeah, I eat Jello on bread. Well, everybody does
What
that, don't
tell
they?
You?
Well, he still does eat Big Sav. He eats
Jello
Puts
on
it in my
bread?
mouth. No,
Oh.
Vic Sav. When he got a cold, you put a
yes.
spoonful in your mouth, put it on your face and on your
You
chest.
rub it on your chest, and then
Yeah.
they put tobacco.
Flannel on you.
Real tobacco. They put it on your chest, and then they put a bandage over, like a bandage on it.
What did the tobacco do?
Huh?
What did the tobacco
I
do?
don't
They
know,
did
but
it. We don't know why. You feel better
We're
the next
still
day,
here.
though.
I'm 56 and he's at 49.
Yeah, and you look every
And we
bit
both
of it.
look, you know, so it worked.
Well, where did he ever get this idea that you were supposed to eat it?
Eat
Eat
what?
the Vicks.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, Mom told me one time I had a really, really, really bad cold. And she put it on me here, and then she says, here, take a spoonful of this, and this will do it in your stomach. It'll get rid of all this bad stuff that's in your system. I felt good the next
Now we
day, so
know.
evidently it works. I don't
Now we know. We had a great childhood.
Very, very.
Did you have to do this? Could you I mean, I'm getting camera fright now. I am. I was okay. I was okay at the beginning, but now. Did you have all these? Could you give me some of the questions so I could be thinking about them? Yeah. Tell us. Give us a hint.
I've got a hint for you. In fact, I've got two hints for you. Hint number one is when the wife asks you to prepare a little video for the family reunion, do not reply, hey, no sweat. We can do that. It's 1:37 in the morning in Naples, Florida. The second hint is about this point in the presentation, a box of Kleenex might come in handy. The interviews that follow were all recorded at or before the family reunion in the year 2000. Enough said.
Then, Holly, what have you enjoyed the most about hosting the family reunion for the last couple of decades?
That's a hard one. It's just that there's so much love and so much. I can't do it. Can't do it.
Can't do it?
Later. All righty. Come on. Yes, you're so sweet.
Thank you.
You got to hold my hand. We'll hold it down here. Come on.
Hold it on. What made you ever come up with the idea? Why did you ever feel like you needed to do it?
Well, because I didn't have any parents. My children were off to college, and there was just Elmer and I and our friends. And I thought, well, gee, it would be nice to have the whole family come. And there wasn't little children around then. It was mostly teenagers, college kids. So it was just great to have them, and it's been very meaningful. It's been the highlight of our year since then.
What have you liked the most about, I mean, you've come to every single
Everyone.
one, haven't you? Over the last 20 years or however long it's been. What do you enjoy the most about coming?
Well, I think seeing everybody, and like you say, I've seen two generations of kids grow up. Our kids have grown up, and the grandkids, and all the nieces and the nephews, and the great nieces and nephews, and that's what I enjoy about it. Helen and Elmer is, if it wasn't for Helen and Elmer, we wouldn't be here, right? There's somebody in every family that keeps up the tradition. And if it wasn't for Helen and Elmer, we wouldn't even be here. And it's just fortunate enough that they've had a place to put all of these people. Now, Helen and Elmer have worked their butts off. When we first started out, Helen and Elmer did all the cooking. Nobody ever brought anything. They had roast beef on the grill, they had turkeys, they had hams, they had it all. And then as the years came on, then everybody started bringing. And now, there's so much here you don't know what to do with it. That's why we eat 3 and 4 times, you know.
Darlene, what have you liked the most about coming to the family reunion over the years?
The most is probably meeting everybody, talking to everybody, sharing the stories of the previous year, because I only get to see them once a year.
Not in the house.
Probably number 2 reason I feel closer to my mom and dad when I come up here. Probably the hayride, sunsets. The serene silence around here. Other than my family, when they speak up, it's usually quiet and serene. And there's a little story behind every little nook and cranny. Somebody's done something or fallen down or told a story or what have you.
Do you think it's important that families have family reunions like this? And why?
Absolutely. You wouldn't see anybody. We were scattered out across the United States. We wouldn't see anybody. Of course, some of them you don't want to see, but it just so happens you have to deal with them. But for the most part, it's nice seeing them.
Great that somebody took the initiative to begin with, to actually do it. You know, you got families everywhere you go, and they're like, yeah, we're family, and my cousin here and my cousin there, but they're not family. They don't get together. They don't, it's not just about weddings and funerals that you go and have meetings. It's celebrating life, celebrating the idea of family.
What I've enjoyed most is the acceptance and love of family and the camaraderie which we share. Even though we don't see each other frequently, it seems like we can come here and we can all get along at least for one day. And that's really an amazing thing for a large family.
It is, and it's amazing that we can just connect as if it had been only a month ago, I think, that we've seen each other.
I agree.
What do you think about Aunt Holly and Uncle Elmer as having been the hosts of this family reunion for the last 2 decades?
I think they've been very gracious, very kind, but I think that they have, the real impetus has been to get the family together, because we have a history together, and as we all age and as the generations leave us behind, then we have only what we know to carry on. Does that make sense? We can only carry on what we know.
I love the people. That's the main reason I come. I love everybody who comes here. They've treated me like family. Even though I'm not family, I feel like I am family. I love Airy Knob. It is, just a glorious place. Fresh air. It's just to get away for a couple of days and be with the people we love.
I wouldn't miss this for all the tea in China. When I was incarcerated, and I missed it that 1 year, you wouldn't believe how just that one 24-hour period of knowing that everybody was up here, how much I thought about you all and what I was missing. It was real tough, it really was. And then when I do come up here and I see my dad's sisters, brothers,
Josh was here.
it brings back a lot of memories, and it feels like they're here with us. In some part of the way, they feel like to me, they're here. Particularly my mom, because she made it a couple years up here, and I know how much she had fun and enjoyed it. Dad-wise, I know his spirit's here, still is to this day.
What is it that you look forward to when you get here?
All the hugs and hellos, just the companionship. I'm comfortable here because it is so quiet and peaceful, and I'm not very good in new surroundings.
What do you think about Aunt Holly and Uncle Elmer as the hosts for the last 20 years of these family reunions? What can you say about them?
I couldn't think of anybody better to host it. And I love them dearly.
They are special, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
I think the love and the care of Holly and Elmer and their constant willingness to share what they have with the rest of the family and make just a fantastic experience for everyone.
They are special, aren't they?
They sure are.
We couldn't have asked for a better host, could we? I mean, what qualities do they have that you think make it such a warm and inviting place for all of us?
Constant willingness to make you feel at home, and that whatever your interest is their interest, and it's a sincere one.
They really love us and they make us feel wanted, and it's so much fun to come here. It's like we are these shining stars on their family flag, and every year we feel that way, and so it's such a joy to come back. Stop.
Mommy, can I have that chair? I'll give you this chair.
Why do you want this chair, Ben? Some levity to it.
Can stay on the hill.
So you can stay on the hill. You want a chair like James? Okay, here, take it. Thank you. Okay.
Do it.
Do it.
Makes you sick. Yeah. What? What? Okay, you ready, John? It's gonna make me sick.
Really tight.
Really tight on his nostrils?
Right up his nose.
Yeah, okay. I thought that.
Right up his nose.
All right, roll it.
Okay.
Wait. I gotta get my nose.
Watch.
You can have this.
Talented? How do you do that?
I like the games and getting Dane and Brian with the hose. That's always fun. And volleyball. And heck, I like the hay rides when the wheels don't break.
You're up, Slugger.
I thought you were going to say the scavenger hunts.
Well, I said the games.
The games. I like just seeing the people. It's a chance to see people you don't see a lot of the other times in the year, and it's just fun to get out there and talk to them. It's a place you can come and get away, and the breeze is always blowing, and just sit there and have a Coca-Cola and talk to the people and just do nothing but talk and enjoy yourself and not think about any of the things you need to do at home or any of the things you need to do at work. It's a good getaway. It's a good chance to see relatives, and we don't do it often enough. I like to do it twice a year.
The biggest important thing I have in every year. It's just great. All of our card players and everything, we tell them about it. And I've often wanted to bring them up here, but it's too late now. So that we could all be here so many years.
Patty, what have you enjoyed the most about coming to the family reunions?
Seeing everybody, everyone in the family, and all the support they give me that I don't get anywhere else.
That you don't get from your family at any other time.
No, that's not
One
true.
day a year she gets support from her family.
No, my family all the time. But this is what I can count on. Is when I'm with them.
Say, being with all the people, you know. You want me to elaborate more on that?
Yes, would you please embellish it a little bit, even if you have to make it up. Just make it good.
Okay, I would say probably like all the games that we get to play and getting to meet nice people like Sherry, and I would say just getting to know all the relatives and whatnot. I think that's the part I like the most.
When you two think about the family reunion, what are the good thoughts? What are those kind of feely visions that you have about the family?
What are the bad thoughts?
No, not the bad thoughts.
What's the worst things?
Wow.
horrible? The dishes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dishes. Putting away food is a major problem. Finding places in the refrigerator to put the food is a major problem. But the pluses, that's what we're really supposed to be focusing on, right, are the pluses. I guess we'd have to summarize that by saying the food. The food.
That's what you come for, is the food?
The food is a plus. I mean, how could we survive this family reunion without grape leaves and turkey? The food and the curry dishes and that 4th of July cake we have year after year. I mean, isn't that part of it?
Yeah, that's part of it. But it's more playing games together and going on the hayride and playing volleyball, all that stuff. And those silly games that Vic puts together.
My hero.
Just seeing everybody, because if this didn't happen, we would all disappear. We wouldn't even know where each other lived, practically. We wouldn't know what anybody was doing. So it's great. It's, yeah, I mean, it's a pain to come here sometimes, and it's intimidating to come up in a crowd, huge crowd of people, but it's still worth it. And everybody better come next year.
That's for sure.
I just hope they keep up the tradition. And in years after, every year at the 4th of July, I'm going to talk about it, saying, remember last year we were at Helen and Elmer's, or 2 years ago, remember so-and-so had a new baby. I mean, they're not going to forget.
You have contact with one another, that you show love for one another, and you enjoy their company, you enjoy their anecdotes and their playing games with them, and having fun trying to fish out apples out of a tub. And all of these things are together. You have fun as a family, and if you do it enough, you just that love kind of grows over the years, and you know each other better.
What are your hopes for it?
That some family gets it, whether it be one of my children or someone with children, lots of children, so that they can each have their friends and their family, and they can keep their reunion going.
Do you think it's your family, blood family, that you've had the reunion for? Has Uncle Elmer embraced this, do you think, as much as you have?
Yes, yes, yes. He dearly loves it. And why wouldn't we? We get a lot of love shown to us.
Well, everybody does love you.
Mm.
Everybody feels very special, as you know
Yeah.
that, I hope.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's it. Okay?
All right.
No.
No?
I'm not finished.
Yes, you are. You may not know it. Yeah.